I have found the best custom tactics in this game after the patch. I am undefeated on my RTG. But first, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy, AA9 Skills. Welcome back to the Road for Champions RTG edition. I'm going to show you the best post-patch custom tactics and show you gameplay and tell you exactly how I play it so you can pick up more wins in FC24. So yes, just like I told you, I'm undefeated in my RTG right now. I'm like 8-0 or 10-0 or something like that. I'll show you in just a minute. But I'm going to throw some gameplay up on your screen before I show you the custom tactics because I want to explain to you what you need to make these custom tactics be successful and your mindset going into each game. Now, Booyah Nation, a lot of people have told me, Skills, I cannot tell a difference in this patch. I don't understand why anyone is saying the patch changed anything. And in my opinion, I'm not here to argue with nobody. I think the patch has changed a lot of things. R1 dribbling is not as strong as it once was. Finesse shots from outside the box still work, but they're not as strong as they once were. Everything I just told you is offensive mechanics that are not as strong as they once were, and defensive mechanics are stronger than they were. For example, you could put more players in the box or around the edge of the box now. You can't stack the midfield, but you can stack in the back. And also, I truly believe because of the fact that R1 got nerfed and finesse shots aren't as strong as they once were, auto blocks feel a little bit stronger than they ever were. Because before you could just R1 around the defender until you found the open player and put the ball in the back of the net. But now R1 is not as effective as it once was. Still works, but not as effective as it once was. So it leaves you to end up getting more auto blocks. Now, how do you get around auto blocks? Well, you need to make sure that you have players that are good at hitting Trivela shots. That's the number one thing and the number one suggestion I would tell you. Even though I'm running Player of the Month Antoine Griezmann, that is an absolute finesse master. He has finesse plus. I hit Trivelas more than I ever have. I also picked up a gold card that goes by the name of Henson because her Trivela shots are out of this world. You need to make sure that you have players that can finish all around the field. You need to have the best players that you are good with. Don't listen to what I tell you. Don't listen to what a pro player tells you. I need you to ask yourself a question. What is my best finisher? Who do I score the most goals with? Is it Harry Kane? Is it Lewandowski? Is it Ronaldo? And I need you to run that player at striker. After that, I want you to put another player that's almost as good as that player at scoring, but is a much better passer. R1 driven passes work wonderful with this card. Passing through the middle works wonderful. Through balls works wonderful. Because your number one thing with this patch, in my opinion, with the tactics I'm about to show you, is looking for the second pass. You never want to take the shot right when you get in the box. You always want to find the layoff. I know it's sweaty. I know it's ugly. I know it's not the best football in the world. But at the end of the day, winning is king. Winning is the goal. Winning is what we're all trying to do when we turn on FC24. None of us turn our game on and go, hey, I hope I lose some games of FIFA today. I hope I lose some games of FC24 today. Nobody says that. We want to win. We want to win every single game we play. Every time we play, we want to win football matches. So the way to do this is to always make the second pass. To make sure you Trivela a lot in the box. I don't care if your card doesn't have Trivela. Get into situations where you can find the Trivela. Trivela shots are amazing. If you don't know how to do it, you hold the left trigger, I think it is, or L2, and you shoot the ball. This is going to help you score goals. Now remember, when you take this shot, you want to be at an angle with the goal on whatever your player's strong foot is. So if you're running with a right-footed player, you want to turn that player and aim at the second post. Once you have your player aimed at the second post, then Trivela. That is gonna help you, like, just always hit the back of the net almost. I've noticed if the player even goalkeeper moves after the patch, this is still going in. So now that I told you things I like to do, find strikers that are amazing finishers that work for you, not what you've heard people have said. For me, Antoine Griezmann is one of the best finishers I've ever played with in this game, so I still run him post-patch. Henson's been out of this world great at finishing the ball for me, so I use her post-patch. I'm in a 4-4-2 and a 4-2-3-1. I no longer play 71 depth, and it is time for me to show you what custom tactics I am using to be undefeated in the weekend league. 8-0 or 10-0 right now, absolutely cooking, and hopefully gonna drop a 20-0. So let's go ahead and jump into the custom tactics. Now there's one more thing that I need everybody to understand. The reason I just spent 4 or 5 minutes explaining the things that I do on the RTG to win games, because it's not just custom tactics that's going to win you games. It's the way you have your team built. Your team needs to be built in a way where it's built for success. As you guys can see, the majority of my coins and the majority of my team's funding is in my back line. I went crazy with the Blanc SBC. I got lucky, did an icon pack, got Carlos Alberto million coin card, 700K invested in Rio. I did an icon Schmeichel. I did my Evo left back. Modric is an untradeable card. My majority of money is in my back line. After my back line was stable and I felt great with my back line, that's when I invested money in Smith and Henson. I was running all untradeable up top. If you watch this series for a long time, you know I had Mo Salah, I had Rodrigo. I was untradeable galore, bro. I was not doing anything except for playing defense. When I say you got to pick the right players, Aitana's most likely the best player I've ever touched in a 4-4-2 formation. But then when I'm in the 4-2-3-1 formation, Aitana's no longer my favorite. Now I would much rather have Frankie de Jong in the team. So I'm going to show you custom tactics for two insane formations. And yes, I use both of them, but depending on the formation I'm using, the players change. That's important, lads. You can't just throw a team together and think it's going to be successful at all times. Let me show you my 4-4-2 custom tactics to kick it off. I adjusted it a little bit from the other patch. And now I'm running balance with 32 with 64. No longer 71, 64. Why 64, Skills? Because I still want to put a lot of pressure on my opponent. When I'm playing FC 24, I don't want my opponent to be able to breathe. Every time my opponent's player touches the ball, I want to be on top of him as quickly as possible. You know, like when you watch a UFC fight or a boxing fight and the fighter is always on top of the other opponent, constantly putting pressure, constantly pushing the other person against the ropes. That's what I want to do on FC 24. I never want my opponent to get out of his midfield. I want to win. Right when I lose the ball, I want to win it back as quickly as possible. I don't want to give away any possession. I want to play Barcelona football. I want to play tiki-taka. I don't want my opponent to be able to play against me. If you are a style of player like that, then these custom tactics are for you. If you're somebody who wants to sit in the back, this is not going to work for you, bro. You're not going to be able to play that style of football. This is about losing the ball, getting it back. Losing the ball, getting it back. Losing the ball, getting it back. 64 right here. We're going to go balance direct passing with 50 width, all right? We're going to only have 5 players in the box, 2 and 2. If you want to put more players in the box, that's fine. I don't need to. You know why? Because my Aitana is going to get into the box even if I don't want her to get into the box. It's what she does. She is an offensive mastermind, bro. Aitana has an AI brain of her own. She is out there to score goals and to help us get as many goals as possible. That's why she is my favorite gold card in the game. And I can say that with all the, like, everything in my chest, bro. She is by far the best gold card in this game for me. And I have Henson, and I got Neymar, and I got... This card is crazy. Anyways, let's show you some instructions real quick and I'll explain why she's so good. We got Smith on the wing. Used to have Rodman there. Why did I put Smith? She's a better finisher. She finishes better than Rodman. Rodman can create plays a little bit better because she's faster, but Smith finishes the ball. And with this patch, I need my 4 players that are going to get into the box to be able to finish the ball at all times. In my opinion, after the patch, the thing that needs to be the strongest is your back line, and then the second thing, your midfield. Your midfield needs to be important. When I say midfield, I mean 2 center mids, 2 defensive mids, Ram, center mid, cams, like left mid, right mid, anything with a mid in it, they need to be incredible. All right? So that's why I went out and invested in Smith and Henson, because as you can see, my right mid and my left mid are the only players that I have money invested into in this team because they're the most important. They are going to create all the plays for Neymar and Antoine Griezmann to finish their dinner. All right, Henson and Smith are like our family members on Christmas and Thanksgiving. They are gonna whip up some nice meals for us, and we're up in the box to put it all in. We gotta finish our dinner. We're Neymar and Griezmann, and we waiting for mama to bring us out some crazy meals, that Christmas meal. That's what Henson and Smith gonna do for us. They gonna cook up some magic down the wings, and then we gonna be in the box with Neymar and Griezmann to finish it all off. Just like you saw through those highlights, bro, everything was, I gave the ball to Neymar, he found another pass for a goal. But what makes this all tick, boys, is Henson. Henson being on balance, and center and stay cover center. She is, like I said, she has a brain of her own, bro. When I have no pass, when I have the ball on Henson, I promise you, Aitana will find space by herself. All I gotta do is get her the ball. She is gonna find space even in that opening on the wing, or the opening through the middle, or the opening at striker. She is going wherever the space is open. She's going to it, and she will always give you an open pass. That's why I love Aitana in the 4-4-2. She is clutch, bro. I dislike her in the 4-2-3-1, but love her in the 4-4-2. We're gonna go ahead and come back on defense, get in behind, and get into the box or crosses for your right mid, and the same thing for your left mid. Again, the most important players in your team, dude. These two cards are going to have the speed. They're gonna have the cutback pass. They need a little bit of skill moves. They gotta be able to create, but more importantly, they gotta be able to score. Why? When Aitana puts a through ball to Antoine Griezmann, Henson better come with that get in behind right there so I can hit it with another through ball and Travella into the back of the net. That is the main goal I'm scoring right now. Give it from both Aitana to Griezmann, put a through ball to Henson down the wing. I'm either going to cut back to find Neymar or Griezmann, or I'm Travella into the box. You don't believe me? I'll show you her stats in 1 minute. Let me show you this real quick, man. Stay central, nothing else on your right striker. Don't touch nothing else. Right here, come back on defense, stay central. Now, listen to me. You can put whatever player you rather have come back. That's up to you. I'd rather have Neymar come back, because if I get Neymar in that space of the cam area, I know I got skill moves to be able to dribble, or, you know, waka all around the defenders and find Antoine Griezmann. I feel more comfortable carrying the ball forward with Neymar than Griezmann, so I just want Neymar to stay in the box, Griezmann to stay in the box, because he's gonna score everything I give him, right? Left back and right back, stay back while attacking on your right back. Then on your left back, we're going to have overlap and let that everything else be balanced. Why? Because John Ariza, a.k.a. my left back, whoever your left back is, I don't know. Maybe you got Alphonso Davies. Maybe you got Roberto Carlos. You're going to be creating a lot of chances with John Ariza. When Smith is in trouble, I give it to John Ariza. Why do I do it this way? Smith is not the best player in the world down the wing, but John Ariza is going to give her overlap. So now it's 2-on-1. I feel good with that. Henson's so good, she'll take care of this side by herself. We don't need Carlos Alberto getting forward. Let Henson do what Henson got to do. She gonna cook up some barbecue chicken even if there's 3 players on her. Smith, not so much, so we're gonna let John Ariza help her out, and that way we're gonna pick up some goals. But as you guys could see through the goals I was scoring, Travella shots, the extra passing, making sure that I always try to find the open player because I don't want no auto blocks. Let me explain something to you. Henson has never played the striker position for me, okay? Through the wing, Henson has 10 games played, 9 goals, 2 assists. She plays the right mid position. When I tell you guys that this position is extremely important, you guys need to understand that the way this patch works now, I'm no longer taking it to the wing and then going up the wing and then doing the cutback. No more of that, bro. I give it a Henson. I get right around the box from where the out of bounce line is to the end of the box, and I fake that I'm taking the line, cut back, do a little bit of magic, either hit the Travella with Henson or find the pass to Antoine Griezmann or Neymar. I'm looking for the Travella 99.9% of the time, but if I can't find the Travella, you best believe I'm gonna lay that thing off because I'm not dealing with no auto blocks. 10, 9, and 2. Let me show you what Smith is doing on the left-hand side. Smith rocking 15, 7, and 6. You understand what I'm saying? These cards are scoring goals for me. Yes, they're getting a massive amount of assists as well, especially Smith, but you best believe they are scoring goals. If these positions are not scoring goals for you, they're not doing their job. You need these cards to be scoring. Now, what's important is you need to get the player that told you feel comfortable scoring goals with. Antoine Griezmann. Bang. He don't move nice. He ain't this crazy 5-star skiller, but he gets the job done, bro. He is finishing Christmas dinner, bro. 80 games played, 93 goals, 36 assists. Stop playing with my boy. You want to finesse? Hit that. But guess what? His Travella is nasty. I try to get him in positions for the Travella, especially when I'm one-on-one with the goalie. That goalkeeper movement's coming. Okay, do that. I'm a Travella near post every single time, eating up dinner. Lovely into the back of the net. Unbelievable finisher. And guess what? Neymar is right there with him. 446, 424, 312 with assists. Lads, get your players that you feel comfortable with. A lot of people ain't running Neymar at striker. I am. A lot of people not running Antoine Griezmann striker. I am. I feel comfortable. I feel like I could score a lot of goals. A lot of people didn't like CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Ooh, skills, he's too slow. Not me. He was scoring goals for me. Yo, run what you like. You like Harry Kane? Do that. You like Lewandowski? Do that. You like a card? Do that. Don't let nobody tell you the card hard, stinky or reeky or nothing. We don't run that thing, bro. Do what you do to score goals, all right? That's my 4-4-2. That's what works here. Now, when I run my 4-2-3-1, which I run a lot, by the way, and if I go into a game, I make substitutions. Frankie de Jong needs to come in here, bro. If I'm running 4-2-3-1, it needs to happen, okay? Aitana no longer a defensive mid. She can't do that. So I'll sub in Frankie de Jong or something like that, and I'm going to show you exactly. By the way, I love this, man. I dominated Division 1, and I dominate Elite with this, all right? When I play a really, really good player in Weekend League, I'm not coming up as many good players that I do in Rivals, so I love the 4-4-2 because I don't have to defend as much. I could just smoke people offensively, so I love the 4-4-2. But when I get that real tough game where I can see my opponent knows what he's doing with the sticks, that's when I go 4-2-3-1. That's when I say, hold on, bro, let me lock you up real quick. Balance 41-64, not 71 no more, 64. Balance, direct passing 41 with 6 in the box, 2 and 2. All right, this right here is optional, whatever you want to do there. Very simple, man. Neymar goes to Cam, Griezmann stays at striker. Hansen, Smith. Same thing. Hansen and Smith are always playing the wing for me. Nothing but the wing. Eat up the wing. They are cooking on the wing. They agile. They got great finishing. They got great pass. They got great speed. Leave them on the wing. Neymar down the middle to make things happen. Aitana and Modric, that defensive mid. But remember, I use Frankie de Jong when I'm in this formation. Jana Anariza, Blanc, Rio, Carlos Alberto. Quick instructions for this one, bro. Stay central. Get in behind. All right? Right here. This is why it's better against good players. Come back on defense, get into the box for crosses. Come back on defense, get in the box for crosses. Come back on defense, get in the box for crosses. That's a lot of players coming back on defense, getting in the box for crosses, bro. 3 players, but we're not done there, bro. How about stay back while attacking, cut passing lanes on your first defensive mid, and the same thing on your other defensive mid, and both cover center. What did I just tell you? 5 different players on comeback and stay back on defense. It's ratty, it's nasty, it's ugly, it's terrible. But at the end of the day, sometimes players are good and you got to lock yourself up. That's what we do. We lock up nasty with this. That's why Frankie de Jong and Modric are better options in this formation because it's not as offensive. All right, how do you play it? I'll tell you in just 1 second. On the left, same thing. Overlap, no stay back while attacking. Give Smith a little bit of support going forward. And on this side, stay back while attacking. In this formation, it's quite simple. You want to give the ball from your Rio to Carlos Alberto, and you want to try to get Hansen on a run. If you don't know how to trigger a run, you do it with R1, L1, R1, L1. It's the one where you trigger. It's L1 or R1. Yeah, for me, it's muscle memory, bro. I don't really remember. Once you see your Hansen going on a run, you're going to try to do a through ball, okay? If your opponent's covering it, wait till the right back or the left back commits. The moment you see the triangle go above the head that your opponent flicked in and he steps 1 step forward, I want you to hit it over the top. The moment the ball falls on Henson, you're now back in the same situation you were with the 4-4-2. You're going to get yourself in that area. Here's the out of bounds line, right? The corner flag, and here's the end of the box. Right when you get in this area, you fake go this way, you cut back inside, you look for Griezmann or you look for someone to be open. If nobody is open, we're going to do a little ball roll into a Trivela with Henson into the back of the net. It's simple. Keep it simple. Try to avoid auto blocks. Do not put yourself in a situation where an opponent can block the ball because a counterattack is going to happen off of that. If you can find an empty pass for a sweaty cutback, do it. I don't care if your friend says you play ugly football. I don't care if your friend says that's not realistic. I don't care what people say. It doesn't matter. Look for the empty net. If somebody is open, give them the ball. If you dribble past the goalie, bro, and the net is empty, but you have an open pass, pass it, then shoot it. I don't care. Always look for the second pass in this game because we are not allowing ourselves to get auto blocked at all. You understand what I'm saying to you? Do not let yourself get auto blocked, bro, because it's frustrating, it's annoying, and it allows your opponent to counterattack you nasty. So you always want to look for the pass that's going to give you the empty net. All right? 4-2-3-1, 4-2-2, undefeated custom tactics. These are the ones, guys. Last weekend and through this weekend, we went 39 wins, 2 losses. We went 19-1 in weekend league. We went 10-0 in qualifiers. Then we went 9-1 in qualifiers. And right now we're 8-0. Do the math, bro. We're like in the 40 and something with 2 losses, bro. 2 losses in, come on, man. Like we probably have 50 wins now. 50 wins, 2 losses between qualifiers and weekend leagues. Lads, these custom tactics, these formations are crazy, okay? This is what I was running pre-patch, but I changed it, I fixed it, I did what I had to do to get it right. I got it right. These things cook, man, but make sure you build your team properly for these custom tactics to work for you. Find an unbelievable striker, find great wingers that you're good with, not people tell you you're good with. How many people you know running Smith on the wing? Exactly, me, not many. Not many people are being dumb like that, but guess what? It works for me, so I don't care, so I'm doing it. So all I'm saying to you is do what works for you. I've been running Rodman all year. No one's running Rodman that's like that no more, bro. I still am. Get what works for you, do it, abuse it, have fun. I hope this helps you guys pick up more wins. Booyah Nation, we back with a regular RTG tomorrow. I love you guys, and I really hope this helps you pick up more wins. Thank y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all. The new patch is annoying. I don't care what people tell you. I feel deep down inside, not a lot changed, but anything that did change helped defense. All right? That's what I think. That's what I believe. That's what I think's going on. I don't know how y'all feel. But anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. Big thumbs up, subscribe, turn your bell on. We still having fun. We still killing it on the patch, but we got to drop a 20 and 0. All right, y'all. Take care. See you soon. Booyah.